Hey, so I'm gonna run through the market real quick. We're gonna discuss some things. We're gonna talk about some different areas that we've discussed previously. It looks like we ran right into our support zone that we talked about in our last live, guys. I hope you guys are really paying attention to what we talked about. Sorry about being a little bit AFK. My daughter's been sick and stuff like that. We'll just kind of get through that. But as we talked about last time, we had the consolidation zone right here, right? And you can see the consolidation plain as day. You have decent support over here. You get some drop through, some fall through over here. This is kind of where the market took off. And then over here, this is also where the market kind of consolidated last time. They came back, grabbed the liquidity over here, and then shifted away, right? Now the market has shifted back to that liquidity and they're kind of tapping into that liquidity. So we've kind of found support above this consolidation zone, we'd say, right in here. Again, that move and that takeoff move in that takeoff. And it's kind of hard to see because this right here is pretty much like a doji, right? There's very much undecisiveness here, but the market decides to continue from this position. So now we're back up here, or back down here, sorry. We're basically looking for the market to continue to consolidate, continue to come back down. We're also at that midpoint that we've discussed before. So right in here, we're kind of bouncing off of that. That's where we're hitting right now. So it's not an ideal place to really be looking for a bounce, but it also could be an ideal place to look for a bounce. I typically don't play middles. We've discussed this before. I like to play tops and bottoms. Tops and bottoms are key for markets. Tops and bottoms are key for understanding the move. So we've got, okay, I'm looking for, if we're going to look for a move back up, I'm looking for the move back up for the information. Now, does the M have to end here? No, but it would make sense. Look. You got the drop here. You get the move back up. They probably reject on previous support/resistance right here, possibly all the way back up here. Look here. If I move this up, what do you see right there? See the resistance all the way across? It's very key to look at these things. Okay, this is a very important area to look at. That would then follow the information back up and then back down to the bottom. This would be a very deep move, guys. Be very cautious. The S&P is looking like this. Looking very droopy. If we look at the RSI, we've discussed that many times. We're way high on the RSI. We're just below the 50, which is bearish. So even if the market tends to move back up, it's going to come back up, hit the 50, reject it, come back down deeper. Again, that would follow through with the formation that I'm looking at. And then we're looking at a pretty deep move from there. The market keeps consolidating and bouncing because participants keep stepping in to get wrecked. So be very careful right now. Not an ideal place to be looking for trades and stuff like that to the upside. I would not be taking this to the upside if I'm trying to trade this. If I'm trying to DCA, maybe think about it, stuff like that. But downside is more inevitable at the end of the day. Bitcoin is following suits, following the S&P. Bitcoin's hit the bottom right here. We've hit all the lower order blocks. We got the daily right here. We come into the 4 hour. It's looking very, very, very bearish. We have this OB right here. We've already hit all the other OBs. Bitcoin's looking like a double bottom at minimum, right? Which means it will come out down, revisit the lows on this wick. And potentially, if not a double bottom, then Bitcoin's going to. And you can see right here, they come up and hit my OB up here, guys. Like it is very apparent what they're doing here. They're grabbing liquidity in both directions. Let's see if we can get that pulled over and show you guys where that was at. So we got our move right there. Right here's our daily. And you can see right here that this was kind of the cap right here, right? This is where the market took off, the bottom of the move. They came up, they hit that liquidity, and then they rejected off of it. So, as much as I was thinking that they might try and go for the higher move, they actually went for the lower move. So we're going to pay attention here. Like I said, market should dip down. I'm looking for a double bottom at minimum 1700-ish. And then, at maximum, I'm looking at, possibly all the way down to 16 to, and if they drag this out far enough, I mean, it could potentially be 15, 14K that we see on the low. I am looking for the ABC move here. So we got the A into the B into the C, the lower move here. Once we catch that lower move, we should get a nice run up from there. Does that mean that the market's done? No, not necessarily. It could still reject from there and keep rolling down. So we'll see what happens from there. I'll take it on the highs. I'll let you guys know kind of my thoughts on where I think things will go and what we should do. And that's pretty much it for Bitcoin and the S&P. And those are your major players, right? Everything else will follow suit with the major players. So we talked about this last time, Pete. I know you're in here. So we got the pull down, we got the move up. I'm not liking really the head and shoulder scenario here as much, but it could be. It could be. If we wanted to run it at an angle, we could do that. Um, I like more of the horizontal head and shoulders. I think for me, this is just still a build long structure. Build long structures break down. So I'm still looking for rejection. You can see right here, they bounced down, hit the liquidity, fell down deep, grabbed the liquidity at the low, came back up, grabbed the liquidity at the high. Made people hopium, made them think it's going to go right back up, and now they're going to come back down for the low again. And you can see right here the move that I put in here. Right, I put in the head and shoulders move. Will it play out to a precise head and shoulders? Not necessarily, but as soon as it breaks this kind of angled neck here, I would expect that they're going to come back down and play for the lows here on Ethereum, right around $1,000. Ethereum is going to revisit some lows too, and we'll see what happens from there. Maybe some consolidation, maybe a move deeper. So be very cautious with Ethereum. I wouldn't be touching that if I were you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much a quick update for the group. I'm gonna go through and do a little bit more detailed for the YouTubes that are up there. I'll let you guys kind of know, my thoughts on YouTube. But this is a quick update for you guys that really support me and try to be here in the group and try to be consistent with it, right? Twitter, same thing. We got the lows here. We're gonna build long structure. Ultimately, I think Twitter will break out, then break down big time. Twitter, I think, is done. U.S. oil. So we're back down at the lows, but again, as we discussed, this is a decline channel. This is a bullish channel, in my opinion. We're looking for breakout from here. We got a slight breakout here, a run back into the channel. They probably come back down and try to find support around $77, and then they take off from there, and then probably try and recapture the highs, right? The highs of the move, the upper portion of the move. All right, let's look at the DXY. Okay, 2 years, 10 years, still breaking out, guys. Very cautious, very, very cautious. DXY, look at that. Look at the DXY. You can't deny it. 110, 110. We're going to 120. We are going to 120. All right. Well, that's my quick update for the group. I'll run through and do a YouTube video directly after this, and we'll throw that up there for everybody else later. But you guys get the first and fastest update for continually supporting me. Thank you guys, and I appreciate it. Again, all my content's free. So if you guys want to donate or anything, that's fine. But just understand that all my content is free, and there's no requirements to pay me anything. Thank you again, guys, and I'll chat with you later.